Welcome to FlyEaglesFly News, where Eagles fans get the latest, fastest, and hottest updates. Hit subscribe and fly high with us. The buzz around the league right now is absolutely electric, and you can almost feel the tension building as whispers from inside the Eagles facility start to spread like wildfire. People close to the team claim there's been a huge internal shift, something that supposedly changed overnight. And ever since that moment, the energy in the building has been completely different. Players who normally keep things quiet were suddenly walking with their chests out. Coaches were hinting that a major weight had been lifted. And analysts nearby swear they heard staff celebrating behind closed doors. Nobody knows the full story yet, but everyone is talking about it as if it's the missing piece the Eagles had been searching for. And now, with this mysterious development, the chatter around the league is that the team just got an unexpected boost right when it mattered most. Meanwhile, the Cowboys camp is reportedly on edge, scrambling to gather information about what exactly just happened. Their insiders are trying to decode every subtle clue, and that tension is turning into outright panic. The vibe is shifting fast, and everyone watching closely knows something big is brewing beneath the surface. Rumors are swirling that this new twist inside the Eagles' locker room has drastically altered the team's mentality. Some people are whispering that a player who was questionable is suddenly looking sharper than ever. Others believe a key strategic adjustment made behind the scenes might have changed the entire trajectory of the matchup. Whatever it is, it's clear the Eagles feel energized, confident, and borderline unstoppable. Players were reportedly staying longer after practice, working with a level of fire that, according to insiders, hasn't been seen in months. Coaches are supposedly reviewing tape with a new sense of purpose, pointing out subtle tendencies and weaknesses they think they can exploit across the league. Analysts are leaning in, trying to decode every little clue, every leaked comment, every sideline expression, and while the Eagles seem to be rising at the perfect moment, the Cowboys appear rattled. Anyone watching their camp says their usual swagger has suddenly evaporated, conversations behind the scenes are described as tense, hurried, almost frantic. It's as if they know the Eagles have stumbled onto something big, and they're desperately trying to figure out what it is before it's too late. Insiders from Philadelphia are painting the picture of a team that feels like it just unlocked a hidden advantage nobody expected. Some reports claim a defensive leader delivered an impassioned speech that lit a fire under the entire roster, while others hint at a subtle shift in team chemistry that suddenly brought everyone into perfect alignment. Whatever the reason, players are reportedly walking into the building with a different kind of confidence, the sort that spreads quickly and becomes almost contagious. Even the quiet players are speaking up, pushing teammates harder, demanding sharper execution in every drill. The coaching staff is rumored to be thrilled, smiling more than usual, giving off the vibe of people who know something the rest of the league hasn't figured out yet. Meanwhile, whispers coming from Dallas describe a completely different atmosphere. The usually loud and energized practices have turned oddly silent, almost uncomfortable. Coaches are said to be pacing more, correcting the same mistakes over and over, and asking questions nobody seems able to answer. The sense around their camp is that they've seen this kind of shift before, and it usually doesn't end well. What's fueling even more excitement is the idea that the Eagles may have stumbled onto a tactical revelation that could tip the scales. Rumor has it that film sessions uncovered a pattern in the Cowboys' scheme that the Eagles believe they can exploit repeatedly. This has reportedly led to a burst of creativity within the offensive staff, drawing up adjustments that coaches are practically guarding like state secrets. Players are quietly buzzing about it in the corridors, trying not to reveal too much. But the smirks and casual comments from certain veterans make it obvious they feel like they're onto something game-changing. The Cowboys, on the other hand, are feeling the ripple effects of this rumor. Staffers are said to be rewatching hours of tape, trying to figure out what the Eagles might have discovered. Some claim the tension in Dallas is palpable, with coaches holding longer meetings than usual and players receiving last-minute tweaks that feel more like patchwork than preparation. It's the kind of uneasy atmosphere that fans recognize instantly. A team that feels like it's bracing for something they can't quite identify, but desperately want to stop. More and more sources are now whispering that the Eagles received a favorable internal update, the kind of thing that changes an entire week of preparation, whether it was a medical clearance, a strategic discovery, or even a motivational moment that brought the entire roster together. The result seems undeniable. Their energy has surged, Staffers reportedly mentioned seeing players high-fiving before warm-ups, coaches laughing in hallways, and an overall sense that things were finally falling into place. On the flip side, the Cowboys seem to be spiraling into uncertainty. Their insiders describe coaches who suddenly look uneasy, players glancing nervously at one another during drills, and conversations that end abruptly whenever outsiders walk near. It's almost as though they're worried the Eagles gained an edge that they can neither match nor counter. The chatter on social media reflects this shift, with fans refusing to ignore the smoke rising around both teams, and as more details leak out, the story becomes harder to dismiss. The Eagles might have just received the kind of boost that shakes an entire rivalry. Analysts behind the scenes are saying the league hasn't seen this kind of sudden psychological shift in quite some time. The Eagles, who recently felt like they were searching for answers, now appear revitalized, unified, and ready for something big. There's talk that even small moments inside practice, like a perfectly executed play or a sudden breakout during drills, have become symbolic of a bigger transformation. Coaches are reportedly praising players more openly, encouraging the kind of aggression and creativity that the team sometimes struggled to tap into. Meanwhile, Dallas insiders are describing a growing sense of worry, with players privately questioning whether they've prepared enough or whether this mysterious update from Philadelphia has tilted the momentum. Some sources say the tension is so thick that even harmless mistakes are causing heated discussions between staff members. The contrast is staggering. One team feels lifted, energized, and perfectly aligned, while the other seems to be bracing for impact. And the closer the matchup gets, the louder the rumors become, echoing across social feeds, message boards, and every corner of the sports world. Behind the scenes, more whispers are emerging about just how significant this rumored development might be for the Eagles. Some insiders claim that a key member of the defense, who was previously limited, is suddenly moving with speed and confidence, performing at a level that caught even veteran teammates off guard. Others believe an unexpected breakthrough in the offensive game plan has given the coaching staff a level of excitement they haven't felt in quite a while. Whatever the truth may be, it's clear the Eagles have undergone a dramatic boost in morale. Reports from practice hint at an intensity that's pushing players to outperform even their own expectations, with shouts of encouragement echoing across the field. Meanwhile, the Cowboys seem to be reacting in real time to these rumors, desperately trying to figure out how this sudden shift could affect them. Conversations among their analysts are described as cautious, even tense, as they attempt to speculate which piece of the puzzle they might be missing. The whole situation has turned into a storm of speculation, with fans eagerly dissecting every clue, every gesture, every small detail that could reveal what exactly changed for the Eagles. As the narrative continues to unfold, attention is turning toward the possibility that the Eagles coaching staff made a crucial discovery during preparation. Rumors suggest they identified something subtle yet potentially devastating in the Cowboys scheme. Something overlooked by others, but instantly recognizable to the sharpest minds on the staff. This revelation, if true, has reportedly set off a wave of enthusiasm inside the organization. Players are said to be practicing with a sharper edge, showing a burst of confidence that suggests they believe they hold the upper hand. The Cowboys, however, are experiencing the opposite atmosphere. Reports from their facility indicate longer than usual meetings, players staying behind in film rooms with furrowed brows, and coaches appearing increasingly frustrated as they attempt to anticipate the Eagles' next move. The chatter has grown so intense that even neutral observers are noting the drastic contrast in body language between the two camps. For a matchup already known for its drama, this added layer of uncertainty has turned the build-up into something even more unpredictable, something fans are discussing with an almost feverish excitement. New hints are now surfacing that the Eagles' boost might be related to a strategic advantage that goes beyond simple adjustments. Some sources claim a respected veteran delivered a passionate behind-closed-doors message that resonated through the entire locker room, causing players to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. Others believe the team simply found its rhythm at the perfect time, as if everything that had been out of sync suddenly clicked into place. Whatever the cause, the atmosphere is being described as electric, with players pushing harder and smiling more, fully buying into the belief that they've turned the corner. Meanwhile, the Cowboys appear to be slipping into a state of worry. Their insiders mention hushed conversations, players casting uncertain glances during drills, and coaches instructing with increasing urgency. It's the kind of mood that doesn't go unnoticed, especially not in a rivalry as heated as this. 1. Fans from both sides are watching closely, sensing that something has shifted dramatically. And now the speculation is reaching a boiling point, with the league buzzing about whether the Eagles' sudden surge will translate into a massive competitive advantage. FlyEaglesFly News family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles updates flying in. Drop your take in the comments and let's talk birds. Another layer to this unfolding drama is the belief that the Eagles coaching staff has found a way to simplify the game plan, making it easier for players to execute with confidence and speed. Insiders say the players are responding to this clarity with enthusiasm, running plays with precision and showing a sense of unity that's been slowly building. Coaches reportedly feel that they've struck the perfect balance between creativity and discipline, freeing up the team to focus on instinct rather than overthinking. The Cowboys, however, appear to be heading in the opposite direction. Reports suggest their preparation has become more complicated, with last-minute adjustments stacking up and players struggling to absorb everything. The mood has shifted from confident to uncertain, and this uncertainty is reportedly affecting even the most seasoned veterans. Observers close to the team claim the tension is almost visible, a quiet storm brewing behind the facility doors. All of this contrast has only fueled speculation that the Eagles' secret boost is far more influential than anyone initially thought. Fans and analysts alike are trying to piece together the puzzle, but the team remains tight-lipped, letting the rumor mill do its work as more details trickle out. Whispers are emerging that the Eagles' spark may have come from a breakthrough in communication between players and coaches. Reports claim that meetings have been unusually productive, with everyone openly discussing adjustments and collectively fine-tuning key details. This transparency has allegedly created a sense of unity that's elevating the team's confidence in a way that outsiders are picking up on immediately. Meanwhile, word coming from Dallas suggests rising frustration as players try to adapt to new instructions. Mid-preparation, some insiders claim the Cowboys are struggling to maintain their focus, especially with the growing uncertainty surrounding whatever advantage the Eagles may have discovered. This contrast is feeding the tension, with fans from both sides flooding comment sections and social media threads, debating what this mysterious update could be. The excitement around the league is intensifying as every small rumor gains traction, and even though no one has a complete answer, the shifting vibes between the teams are impossible to ignore. The Eagles are glowing with momentum, while the Cowboys appear weighed down by the pressure of the unfolding situation. With the rumors reaching near explosive levels, analysts are doubling down on the idea that something significant, perhaps even game-altering, has occurred behind the scenes for the Eagles. Their players reportedly feel empowered, describing the atmosphere as one filled with clarity, purpose, and newfound belief. The preparation looks sharper, the communication cleaner, and the confidence practically radiating from the entire roster. In contrast, Dallas seems to be wrestling with doubt. Reports from their facility mention hurried discussions and a noticeable shift in tone, as if the team is bracing for a version of the Eagles they weren't fully prepared to face. And this difference in emotional energy is becoming the central talking point across the league. Fans are glued to the latest whispers, convinced something big is brewing. Social media is overflowing with theories, ranging from tactical revelations to unexpected roster news that could tilt the balance. And while nothing is confirmed, the tension is growing thicker by the minute. The Eagles are riding a wave of excitement they hadn't felt in a long time, and the Cowboys, sensing the shift, are scrambling to steady themselves against a storm they never saw coming. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.